Hi everyone, this is Dan. Today I'm going to talk about the brief history of Breitling. The grand brand closely reflected the greatest moments of history. Breitling, one of the first watch to be worn into space by American space travelers Scott Carpenter, and without the invention of Breitling's chronograph, it's impossible for the first human-empowered flight to be taken off. So let's go to the brief history of Breitling. The Breitling was founded by Leo Breitling in 1884 in Switzerland, Le Château de France. Under the influences of Industrial Revolution in 1882, the development of science and industry and sports was in a stunning speed. So Leo Breitling assumed that more precise timepieces were needed to fulfill the demand of the market. So he started to focus on chronograph. At that time, the pocket watch was vogue, but forks and chains makes it hard to carry on the cockpit. So, in 1915, the first wrist-warmed chronograph watch was bound with push pieces separate to crown. With the prevalence of wrist-warmed chronograph, Breitling soon gained great international recognition for their aeronautic timing development. So during the World War II, the chronograph was used by infamous dogfight pilots. Willie Breitling took over the helm of the brand as the third generation of the family in 1915. During the Second World War, German Nazis were surrounding Switzerland and blocking exportation of products. So everything, including Breitling timepieces, were unable to get out of the country. So Willie Breitling set up a makeshift runway and loaded the cargo on the plane and took off straight away so that supplies could be shifted to Allied hand for defeating Nazis. At that time, without the comprehensive supporting of modern technologies, timepieces definitely play a fundamental role in everything involving timing. With the ending of Second World War, the international affairs were in a stable status. Lots of people said Breitling would never be that Breitling again. In fact, they are completely wrong. To cope with the peaceful life, Breitling started to provide thinner, more elegant watches that could be worn with suits. It also took a pieces on ladies' watch field. Meanwhile, rather than cut its roots that had made them into a Swiss juggernaut, Breitling continued to cooperate with Swiss Army. In 1952, the legendary Navy timer was invented by Willie Breitling. Nor the bezel, ever-useful slide rule, and the 1 crown and 2 timing buttons have made it to be an exceptional icon of both sky and land. In the same year, the Breitling released Super Ocean, tested by lots of professional and leisure divers, gained its popularity as a dive watch. When you thought Breitling would satisfy with conquering air, land, and sea, you were underestimating the ambitious and innovative of the brand. In 1962, it conquered space, won by Scott Carpenter as the member of Mercury plant who orbited Earth for 3 times. George Kuhn was appointed as the new CEO of independent watch company Breitling. In the future, as a luxury watch brand, Breitling is to focus on further developing Breitling's digital and retail footprint, in particular with a view to accelerating growth in the important Asian market.